Yes.
And we're live.
To start the week off with a nice little big word. Big word. What do you call Gabriel?
Potty mouth.
There you go. If you want kids' language,
It's a poo-poo mouth.
go to Gabriel. He's going to have the perfect terminology. Quiet time, papa time, mama eating time.
How did that go to me?
Okay, a full week, a big week. We talked about it this morning. We met every Monday. We meet the whole gang, the whole team, and we go over the objectives of the week. And this week's a fully charged one. But before we go down that road, Mike, you wanted to go about explaining more. Well, what is the quick starter pack, the quick starter week? We also call it Hell Week. What does it mean to the brokers? Because this week we have one hell of a group, and I want to share more in depth what it is to do the Hell Week at Mellor Group.
Well, the Hell Week at Mellor Group gives you an opportunity to be able to expand on your knowledge. That goes with old brokers, new brokers, mild seasoned brokers, very seasoned brokers. It gives you an opportunity to be able to learn a lot. Gabriel takes the opportunity to go into depth, learning how to use every software possible, learning how to negotiate, learning how to become the best broker possible.
But it's not about just the software, though, Mike. It's also
No,
about
no,
what?
no.
Like, I wanted to go over the topics because
I just said negotiate.
well, that's a generic one
Right, and-
topic
Well,
thing.
it's like if Mike hasn't been running the Hell Week from the start. I don't even understand what you're asking him. Then you're going to ask me about the NGT
I know what it's about. I know what it's
Mike
about.
built the program. It's based on Mike's experience. It's based on his 15, 17 years as a realtor.
All right.
All the kinds of
Sounds
questions.
good.
No, you operated. You entertain. No, wait. It's not entertain. It's not the right word. What do? You
Apply it.
you're like the
Well, we're going to eat that with
circus,
Tom after this.
the circus manager, if you want.
Yeah.
And then we've got the acts and the clowns and the show.
All right, sounds good. What's next?
No, but what is it? Because it's fine to say, oh, we have Hell Week, we have the quick starter, but what is it? Like, how can I, as a broker, benefit from this thing in a tangible way?
So we wanted to find a way to be able to have, let's say, 3 months worth of information, knowledge, practice, dialogues, role play, scripts, situations, challenges, successes, and so on within 4 days. So we found a way to do that. So with Mike's expertise and knowledge, we built a program. I mean, in all seriousness, it's a great program because even one of our senior brokers actually was telling me today, also it's just for new brokers. I said, oh, absolutely not. Maybe the first day you'll feel the first hour might be a bit boring because we're going through the brand new stuff. But you can learn no matter how long you've been in the industry because we cover literally everything within 4 days.
That's what we talked about this morning, yes. So what's the group? Is it English? Is it French? Do we still have spots for brokers watching right now? Is it only for Mellor Group brokers? Is it for outside brokers? Can we participate?
All of our Mellor Group brokers are obviously privy to this event. We're still discussing on if we should be doing it for outside broker.
Well, I have an idea. Let's stop discussing it and let's offer it. But we have something else for outside brokers. What are we doing this week, Mike? You've set this up tomorrow, 1 to 3 at our Westmount location.
Yes, so tomorrow, 1, 2, 3, we're going to have an opportunity to do the mentorship program hosted by your one and only Etienne Mellor. And he's going to go into depths.
I don't know if you don't call it hosting. You're the host. What do you call it, Jay? You're in the media world. He's the host. I'm the what?
You're
The clown?
I don't know. I'm a dad of 2. Ask me on Tuesday.
So that's tomorrow. We're going to go over market numbers, understanding the numbers. It's one thing to go into business, that it should be a real estate broker, but you understand the market numbers. How often do we just go in and we're like, okay, well, whatever I can get, I can get. But what's the potential out there? I think that's crucial to understanding targets, objectives. I want to make $150,000 in salary as a real estate broker. Does that mean that my sales have to be 150?
Nope.
No.
So we're going to go into that. Marketing strategy. This is my favorite. Marketing is the most misunderstood thing in real estate or in business, generally speaking, and it's the what I call the oxygen to your business. You have to understand marketing, and you have to spend the majority of your day, if not 50%, more than that, on marketing your business branding yourself, same thing. The sales cycle. What's the sales cycle? Do you understand the sales cycle? Because there's no point in doing all this marketing attention, grabbing attention of the market if you don't have an actual sales cycle, sales system, a way to convert. And that doesn't mean just knowing one or two little rebuttals, or they ask you a question, you have a question. It's a conversion platform. Why do you laugh? Why does that make you laugh, Mike? Tell me.
It makes me smile.
Because you're reminded of your childhood as a young broker.
It reminds me of, when I first started being naive and not knowing a lot of things, and
Yeah.
the fact that you take the time to go into depths. I think that a lot of people can learn and grasp a lot from it.
Using the calendar is another important thing. What does that mean? Well, how do I control my time? Where do I spend it? What do I spend it on? This is stuff that is kind of sounds boring, but is crucial as a self-employed individual to master and understand where is every minute of my day going and to what activity. Should I be doing that activity? So this is all stuff to track. Tracking is probably the most boring of subjects no, but again, it's why bother? It takes time. Yeah, but then you turn around and you don't know where you've been. So this is something we're going to look at.
That would fall into the same grasp of logging.
Lobbying?
Logging your calls. And
I was way up from my lobbying. Yeah. Yes, Mike, it would. Thank you. Always interesting input. And lastly, but very important, tools and apps that we use or should use in your day-to-day as a realtor. I made a list. We're in the 20 or so tools and apps, softwares that we use more than actually. What's the word?
We use them a lot.
Well, everything is based
No,
off
we
the
use them
tools.
every day. We use them every day. And then I think one of the most fun parts about the apps that we do use is we use them, we brainstorm about how we're going to use them.
Yeah.
And how we're gonna use them to their full capacity. Majority of these are free too.
The vast majority are free. Gabriel, you use them all the time in your day-to-day. Give us a few examples of what are your favorite ones, just as a teaser for tomorrow.
For which type of tools? Because we have a lot there. You're just throwing me the ball.
Any of your favorite ones?
One of my favorite ones actually is for the one I use as a broker, mostly because I use it also for management for our brokers because I teach it all the time. Prospects. Prospects Mobile is one of my favorite ones because it's
I wasn't
compressed.
expecting that.
Yeah.
I thought you would say the sphere.
No.
I mean, the fact
Not
that
as a
you're pro.
CRM. Not as a CRM. Really, just as a research tool. As a research tool.
Hear them out.
Right, so as a research tool, because they've really built it properly in a very dummy-friendly way. Thank God. But
User-friendly.
Shortcut.
No, not literally dummy-friendly.
Okay.
It's in front of you. Read, you click, you're done. It's not even user-friendly. But it's good. It compresses all of Matrix, which can be complicated, which there's over 17 hours of seminars to be able to use within your app. And I would say within 5-10 minutes, you know at least 50% of it. It's a really good tool.
What about a tool to increase the number of people that you could possibly be in front of as a potential client and just increase your business? Because this is more of a
Yeah.
how to service.
Sure. Yeah, so to answer that question, I would say the beginner answer would have been to go directly through Google Calendar because you could just schedule what you have to do when, which I always tell our brokers to do, divided between their 80-20, 80% on prospecting, 20% on admin, then we
Yeah.
discuss what is what. But if you want to push more, which you should because that's where all businesses are heading towards, if you want to be successful, it would be through your CRM. We use HubSpot, our brokers have access to the Sphere, which is an extremely powerful platform. It does everything for you. I always tell them it's the equivalent of having an army of assistants working for you.
Army.
And why wouldn't you want that? For free.
Mike, where would you go and what? With who?
You mean in terms of software?
All right, it's a wrap for today.
Where would you go?
Okay.
In terms of software?
Yeah, it's
It's a Monday.
exactly. What
It's a-
tool would you use? And
I enjoy HubSpot. I
What
think
you don't
it's-
see is Mike had a very big day. He was running around all day. You guys were just in your offices. He was doing big things.
we were just eating
What
potatoes and eggs.
No, I think HubSpot is great. I love it. I think it gives me an opportunity to stay organized. I work with it every single day of my life.
Tasks.
Yeah, there's a ton of tasks. And if someone knows tasks, Mike knows. Actually,
That's right.
no, I'm not going to talk about it. But tomorrow, if you're interested, we still have a few places left. Reach out to Mike or myself or Gabriel or Jake and say I'm in. But I don't know how many spaces we have left. Just reach out and we'll set you up.
We'll figure it out.
So that's all tomorrow and this week. We also have the prep session, Mike, and we have French and English. Explain what the prep session is, please.
We actually had a prep session today, and we're going to have another prep session on Wednesday that gives you an opportunity to prepare for the final exam, whether you're in commercial, whether you're doing the AEO course, or you're doing a residential. We've got the people to help you achieve that goal. If you're stuck anywhere, we're the people to reach out to. So you've got Gabriel, myself, and Etienne to reach if you need help with that.
That's right. Jesus. So give me something. Now we need to educate. This whole show is about educating and
I can educate. I had a question I got twice today.
there you go.
I'll interrupt you just
Shoot.
for that.
Shoot.
So, and I don't even think that you guys are going to know about this. I had 2 brokers calling me for the same thing. When do you have to put taxes on the property that you list? The obvious answer is going to be new construction.
Wait. Let's see if
They both raise their hands.
let's see what Jay
Alright.
says.
So Jay, what do you say?
When it's a new construction,
New construction?
when it's been renovated A to Z.
In what way?
90+% of the whole property.
Wrong.
Yes.
No, I'm not wrong.
Wrong.
I'm actually
No, because it's
very
too
right.
generic. It's too generic, as an
Generic?
answer. Yeah,
What
it's
were you
more.
gonna
It's
say?
more detailed than that.
What were you gonna say,
Oh,
Mike?
okay.
When it's being sold
Because
by,
how can you confirm it's 90%? 90% of what? You understand? It's anyways.
when it's
what
being
were you
sold by an
saying?
incorporation.
Okay, well, Mike went through it technical.
Okay, so but
That's
what
all
is
we're
it? What is it? This is interesting.
When you have, because this I had informed myself, because it happened quite a few times, so now I know the answer by heart. Obviously, when it's a new construction, 100%. Obviously, when you're buying an old property, you take it off the ground, if you just have the land and you rebuild, there's taxes. However, the only other way that this doesn't happen and you still gotta put taxes on for when you list is when you actually modify or change more than 50% of the foundation. If the interior is the only thing being gutted, but the foundation is still the original,
So
you will not put taxes on your listing.
Well, I did not know
And when it's being sold by an incorporation.
Ah, just-
that.
Yes, Mike.
You're right, Mike. So tell me, you tell us, Mike, what kind of question would you have gotten today from the team?
I got quite a few actually. What do you do when a client changes his mind at the last minute and just bails out on you?
No, I didn't listen. I thought you were going to say, what do you do when they come for you? Go ahead. Ask
Yeah.
again, please.
When you have a client, you know, you did a bunch of visits and the client just bails out on you.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Casino.
Yes, you know.
No, but that's what it really is, right? On to the next. What can you do about it?
Yeah, I mean, again, I talk about this all the time. It's because you don't have enough that you're going to... I think...
No, but what I'm saying is that you continue to nurture. Do you let it go?
Oh, yeah,
or-
for sure. Forever.
The
Okay.
expression
Forever.
is you nurture until their grandkids are in the ground. It's a very rough expression, but it's true. That's when you stop. It's true.
We got to work on your...
That's what matters. for the faint of heart until their grandkids retire.
We talked about it this morning. I guess the message didn't get through.
No,
Mellor until your grandkids.
are in the ground.
No, it's a human being, right? So we're not looking at the transaction, but we're looking at the relationship. So you would want to keep the relationship or nurture the relationship forever, no matter if they bought or not with you at that specific moment. That was your question, I
Right.
believe. Yes. Well, we're all over the place, going here, going there.
It's a good thing. We're busy.
How's it a good thing?
You need to be busy. If you're only going in the one direction and it's not really working out and you're just focusing on this little niche and it's not working out, then what? But if you're going in all directions, but you have enough manpower, knowledge, and tools to do so in an effective manner, why
Would
not?
you agree, Mike?
Just say yes.
I guess.
If you're in a corporation.
But I have a question for you. You being the technical guy, in your
I didn't
opinion.
know I was, but go ahead.
No, but in your opinion, how do you market a property properly? Because, you know, I get this question all the time where people say, listen, you know, I've looked at the comparables and you know what, in the area, there's no houses that have been sold in the past year. How do I price that property?
Well, then technically. And
But
then
can I
go
just,
ahead.
I'm gonna interrupt because your question wasn't clear. Like you said market, but there's a difference between marketing a property and
Pricing.
Pricing and marketing.
doing a market
Yeah,
analysis
yeah.
of the
A
property.
market analysis.
So that's what you meant?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Okay. So step number one, I would tell you, is to never look actually directly on Matrix, because that's what you're saying. I didn't sell, and Etienne is shocked. But what I mean by that is because, as you said, when you're looking on Matrix, you're not finding anything. If you just give up from there, not much is going to happen. Your next step is to go on a platform like the one we have here, and I think most brokers anyways are going to have, is JLR. Because then you get access to all notarized transactions, private or public, which actually increases the ratios of what you're going to find for comparables within that area. You also have the comparable tools on JLR for that matter. Once that's done, the second you can hit at least one or two that was sold within 3 to 6 months, which is the current market.
But what if there isn't, even going through JLR?
For a whole year, where are you looking? You're
I don't
looking
know,
within
farmland.
0.5 kilometers, or you're looking
but
within 5
like,
kilometers.
for example,
Yeah.
farmland or.
I like these examples.
Things
What
of that
if
nature.
the moon fell and hit the earth and you had to
No, but
sell
I just want to shoot ideas to see how,
Yeah.
you know.
Well,
That's very productive.
well, you wanted to educate. We're trying. We'll talk off air. So, yeah.
You know, it makes me think of what we started talking earlier, which is why not have multiple services that you offer? Your business as a realtor is primarily the selling and the buying, one would think, but what about offering other services?
Like snow removal.
Anything, and not
Well,
necessarily you shoveling the
Before your
driveway.
visit, you
No,
just-
but if you're going to take the time to meet someone, if you're going to build a relationship with someone, why wouldn't you have more to offer than just the buying and the selling? Now you might think that, well, that's already a lot. Yeah, but you go to a restaurant, you don't have one item on the menu, you have multiple things. You have items that are more profit oriented, you have items that are just there for filling, where you don't make any money. So you want to have more than one option. If you see?
Yeah.
So in your example, why not just include more services so that if you can't convert the client, if you can't find the price or the whatever, offer other services? You're confused right now.
A little
I
bit.
can tell. Are
I
you
get it.
confused? I'm not talking to Jim, I'm talking to the camera. If you're confused, it's perfect. This is why you don't know what you don't know. And so you gotta come and meet with me and I'm gonna explain everything.
There you go. It's beautiful.
It's pathetic. All right. Well, with that, I don't know what else to say. I feel that we're going all over the place.
It's okay. That's what Mondays are for.
Your Mondays. I guess we'll see tomorrow. We're gonna have more questions, Mike, from the team. We're gonna have more questions. You have a round table tomorrow, but maybe just quickly throw in what the
As well
topic's
as the
gonna
Hell
be.
Week.
What's the promotion we have for the team right now? It's the 21st.
It finishes tomorrow.
What is that, Mike?
That's 12 leads for anybody who decides to join Mellor Group. And it ends tomorrow. But you specifically said that maybe.
I think that this is what
You
we're
might
gonna
extend
do.
it.
If you see this and we're past the 21st and you reach out and you say, I saw the thing, because we don't have disclaimers, you can still get those 12 leads. There you
Done
go.
deal.
Etienne said it.
Mention the 12 leads, mention Jay's name, mention Mike's name and Gabriel, and that same equation, and you get the 12
No,
leads.
just mention my name so I get the cut.
He gets the cut.
All right, we'll see you all tomorrow.
All
Thank you
right.
for watching.
Thank you very much.